I'm ready. Hello and welcome to what is this? The first match of the season? Second? First week of matches. We're on Snakewater. I'm Twigs. I'm joined here by skosgo.
Hello, it's me, Gamer Guy.
Gamer. All right. This week we have the Burnsiders versus St. Jude. On St. Jude's roster, we have Tony B, Cadet, Jude, Sail, Squid, and Z3no.
We're on the Portland Burnsiders.
Burnsiders?
Burnsiders, you know me. Fucking, we have Yerb, Squiddy, RPC, Tony, Kyler Foe,
Kyler Foe,
and Fig.
Rad. All right. We have a bit of time to kill here before this starts, so we can talk about rosters here. Going into this, I think the Burnsiders have a pretty big advantage. They definitely have the on paper stronger roster.
I think so too.
You have Fig with infight experience. You have RPC, your Kylorfo. All of these players are really, really good, really solid players. On the other side, less known players. You have the young guns.
That is true.
Cadet, Mr. Boop himself, Tony B. These are all players who could definitely do something. And I think that it might be close, honestly. Both teams are in advance for a reason, and Burnsiders did lose out in that invite qualifier, so
That's actually really sad. What the fuck? What the fuck? Really unfortunate, actually.
I mean, look, one team couldn't play an invite, and if I had to pick a team to not play an invite, no offense to the players on the Burnsiders, but I think HR team has them beat a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but Cadet and Squid are both very strong players, so I think with both of them on red, as well as Beep Boop. Beep Boop, I'm sure has improved quite tremendously since I've last seen him play.
Mr. Boop is the player to watch, especially on demo.
Oh, he's on demo this season?
What a Chad gamer.
What the fuck? Actually crazy.
Mr. Boop demo is actually insane. And yes,
I've only ever seen him play Pocket.
Really? Oh.
Very interesting, yeah.
I think he like won IM on demo.
God, why the fuck was he playing Soldier last season? What the heck, dude?
Fun.
That's true.
Yeah. Just waiting for them to go live here. Oh yeah, we already have them, but yeah.
Yeah, we have them.
I think it's pretty early in the season, so it's hard to say exactly what we're going to see out of these teams. I will say that both of these rosters, to my knowledge, the St. Jude's roster is pretty new. Oh, and we're starting.
So quick prediction, go. What do you think?
5-2, 5-1 in favor of Burnsiders.
5-2 in favor of Burnsiders for map 1.
Yeah, well, it's just one map, so.
Oh, it is? Oh, for the first map, the only map.
Looks like Burnsiders is going to be very fast to mid, much faster than St. Jude.
Got a double bomb coming in on the medic.
Ooh, close. Squid does stay
too well.
The trading players here, not super good. The health on the Burnsiders is pretty bad, actually, but St. Jude's just losing the players. They're losing these aim fights.
Seem to be backing up, though.
Nope. Just hanging out. Squid's going to get out with 80%. It's still even, although they are slowly losing. It's going to be very confusing that both of their medics are named Squid, huh?
Probably a little bit. That is...
Squiddy and Squid.
Squiddy and Squid. Actually, very surprising that,
I'm impressed that, yeah, Squid got out. That's really, really big. That means that they can probably hold second pretty easily here. Jude might... Ooh! Jude gets Tony in a very dumb fight.
Very surprising that fucking St. Jude did not win the mid fight. It looked like they were actually going to, with how low Portland Burnsiders was.
I think that the issue was that Portland Burnsiders got low and then they got the kills. So you saw them just like all die. It didn't take a while to cap mid, but it's even coming into this fight on second. Snakewater, one of those maps that, the second point's not super hard to get into. Unlike a lot of maps, there's like, 4 different ways you can really get in here. And all of them are pretty good. And this is a place where you could see a sack, you could see just a walkout lower, which I think is what we're going to see right here. See both scouts, the med, the demo, walking out through the lower here. Just putting some pressure in, trying to get into yard. Big with this really, really good stickies, just making so much space for the team.
Drop their soldier though, they're dropping too many players here, they need to leave.
Yeah, that's I think they were going a bit too aggressive there. I think they were kind of cocky and were like, we can win the aim duels, and it ended up not working out.
Oh no.
Oh,
this is not what you like to see.
This is just falling apart. You know, you saw that. I think that was just like a lot of ego working there. They're like, you know what, we can out DM these guys. We'll just walk in dry, and we're not going to send a sack. We're not going to do any of that. And because of that, they just immediately got destroyed.
Can Mega Punch drop 2 players, have to get forced, drop another player in the meantime?
Yeah, and now St. Jude's are just going to be able to walk in. Soldier is on Squid. Squid doesn't have to use.
Looking very good for St. Jude's. They're going to be able to walk in the last with full Uber advantage here. Just leave a scout to cap, going lower to right.
Yeah, that's... Squid holding on to this Uber. Very, very good gameplay. They're just going to come in lower. Behind.
Straight to point.
I don't think it's going to matter. I mean...
Other scouts is trying to back cap for some reason.
It's not going to matter. That's...
Got all these stickies down the point,
This is a pretty rough point, but they had so much time there. And St. Jude really cleaning that up. My
really
prediction could be super wrong.
We'll see.
Look, I hope I'm wrong. Very often, I hope I'm wrong.
And I'm prophet of many things recently, so I hope I am not. But St. Jude doing very well in capitalizing off their
faster
mistakes.
again. It looks like they're just gonna be winning these mid fights, at least in terms of getting there first. Kylurfo getting ready for a
double
bomb, but not happening.
Again. Not working out for fucking St. Jude's.
Ooh, the health. Ooh, but the that's pretty sad. I think they're just gonna have to get out here, St. Jude's. Get out with Uber, get out with some of your players. We see this is the same thing that happened last time. They lost 2 players and they got out with Uber.
Oh, he's not getting it though. He might get forced here, or even die.
I don't think so. They should be fine. I do think it's interesting that, you know, St. Jude's playing this very safe. They're playing this very, like, by the books, you know?
I think so.
They're doing everything right, and I think that that's important to look out for is... And that's the reason that they won that round in the first place, was because they were doing everything right, and they were able to punish the Burnsiders for their over-aggression. And if they can just keep that up, and they can keep just, like, making sure they do all the right plays, they should have a good chance of, like, keeping this close.
Calm down
now,
here.
Though? Yeah.
Burnsiders running the sniper. Yerb gets some 6 shots in. Oh, off classes for St. Jude though.
Oh, there is a
they just got their sniper too.
Xeno, yeah. Xeno, ooh. I like this peek here. I like this very kind of aggressive. Sees the med. Ooh,
a little slow.
Cadet goes down. That's not the best pick. Oh, demo headshot?
Letting your peek in for free. Almost gets the medic. Not by
very
Yao
low
sauce.
though. And they lose a player there, and they have no health.
They're actually down 2, they could. No, they can't.
Yeah, that's... This is gonna probably be a stalemate. So, ooh, that's really good.
So you read in on left side here. It's an exchange. Our team seems to be flashing a lot more though. Portland Burnside is losing 2 players here. I think they might have to back up and sit in yard here. Even get back to mid, and St. Jude's pushing out.
Again, I think that's just more proof that, you know, the Burnsiders are playing this really, really aggressively, and they're trying to take these aim fights. I think they could just, if they were playing slower, they probably could be winning this.
So too, I think they're just losing too many players for no reason. Like they lost 2 coming out of that Uber exchange for no reason.
They're all going for these hero plays, you know, and that's kind of what ends up making it go down is... And you can see them now, like Yerb's trying to fight in lower here and just taking so much damage. And if he had wanted to, he'd try to go for that fight, he'd die instantly, and that's another player now.
Burnsiders is just playing very, very cocky, I think, and I think that will be their downfall, actually.
Back to a second hold here. Even Ubers for both teams, but it looks like the Burnsiders are going to try to walk up lower again.
Dying.
Yeah.
He is dying. Oh, they're trying to.
Oh,
no!
They might be. What is? Okay.
They're trying to dry push out lower. That hasn't
they've
worked
tried
for you
that
guys.
before, yeah.
Didn't work, and
the
you just
first
lost
time.
another player.
Yeah. I don't know. This is very interesting. Tony is going to capitalize off of that. Might be able to get the
For the sack. Did
Ooh.
not. Very close.
Squiddy held on. Smart play. But you know,
Burnsiders just not playing by the book. I think they
do have 2-player
ad
ad though. They can just walk in.
Oh, they can now, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a bit late on the trade. If Tony had wanted to go in there, they had to go in right as Europe died.
Oh, they lost big
when
though.
Oh. It is an exchange in.
Still gonna come out on top for Burnsiders, I think.
Oh,
unless they can't
maybe
kill
not.
this one scout player. Xeno.
Squid does go down though. They're gonna have to try to kill Squiddy.
Needs to kill the med here.
Squiddy is gonna die though. That's that's salvage. Like, sure, your med does go down, but at least it's even Ubers and you have mid. And it doesn't look like you're gonna be able to stop the forward spawns.
Either the
Europe on sniper
med, though.
Important to look. Europe's gonna be going towards Saw, so you can get a pick.
Not sure I like this sniper pick actually. It's even Ubers. I think it's better for him to be on that scout class and be ready for the sacks that are going to be coming in.
I mean they're building better than St. Jude. Just a little bit.
About a 10% ad, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing big enough to warrant a sniper, and they see the sniper now, so whatever information that they wanted to like withhold is gone. And Tony's gonna call, hey, there's a sniper, watch out, and now everyone knows.
They won't ever peek Saw again.
I think they peeked from Valk, but it's the same concept of really like. Man, there's a lot of like double up on names here. The Squid, we have Tony. 2 Squids, 2 Tonys.
You have 2 Tonys too, what the hell?
Yeah. And no boop. I was wrong.
Oh, no boop? What the heck?
No boop, yeah. I swear I saw boop in the pregame.
Yeah, I think Sail is boop.
Is Sail boop? Sail is Sail.
Sail is Sail?
Yeah.
His name was Beep Boop before he changed it to Sail ? I'm not sure. Because
Anyway,
I saw the same tag.
Tony goes down.
Pushing lower here, maybe trying to push in their sack to draw some eyes.
Oh, Cadet just kind of gets caught out, doesn't know where to go, and dies for it.
Who actually uses Uber into
Jude
them.
Gets forced. Or it's exchange?
When
When did Burnsiders use their...
Burnsiders used into lower, trying to, I think, maybe try and catch them and try and kill some players, but it didn't end up working out, so now Ubers are back to being even.
Yeah, although player ad for Burnsiders, I don't think it's too good. They do have a sniper instead of another scout. That's another thing, right? If you have even Ubers and you're trying to push back out, having a sniper isn't going to help you there. Sure, you can get a pick and it's fun to do in a pug, but you're not actually going to have that benefit of having the extra cap time, which you can see right now, it's actually making a difference. Or just having that other heal target.
Pushing out lower, they're trying to take the dry fight. Fig is getting absolutely
so much
destroyed.
damage. Fig might just die here, no? Jude goes down trying to get the pick onto Europe, but I don't know. I think this is pretty scrappy from both teams. I think a lot of...
I don't know why Say Jude is still in. They're just beating players for no reason.
Sail just like bot moding towards the medic, and now it's just Cadet on 3 HP.
St. Jude's way overstaying their welcome after they lose their soldier in window there.
I think there was a lot of like disconnect there. They're playing very scrappy, very not what they were playing a minute ago, and the score is gonna be 1-1.
Very interesting. Portland Burnside is pushing out of that lower again and still getting destroyed, but playing it bad and losing a player.
I think that's definitely like showing like why they're trying to do that. They know that they can probably like win these GM fights, and on paper they should, but because of their because of that attitude, I think that if St. Jude can be on their game and play right, they can definitely punish that. But
St. Jude goes for the double bomb again. They're pushing left lane here. They're actually pushing Burnsiders out of their own
very
fight.
deep. Ooh, lots of damage.
Tony's still in very low HP. He
Burnsiders.
has to get away here, and looks like
this is going to be a pretty good.
Big
this
wants
should
to
be a mid.
here.
Oh. No, it looks like I'm gonna get out the second. Yeah, that's the smart play. You're down both scouts there. I think that trying to go in is pretty dumb. your med can't get out easily, or you
I think
have
Jude
nothing to
can
follow up with.
probably push lower here and actually get into second if they really wanted to.
Maybe, but they do feed a scout there.
They
in the
just
form of
let a
Zeno.
scout. Team wasn't on the same page, I think.
Yeah, I think Zeno just was kind of like a bit over aggressive there, and that's actually gonna let Burnsiders walk back in through Saw, and no one's watching it.
Oh,
so they're just
no.
gonna be able to get in for free, no traps, nothing.
They don't actually get anything, which is kind of crazy.
They just feed a player, sure.
Okay, all right. I mean, it happens.
There are a lot of there are a lot of really interesting things happening here. I think the biggest one is just like, I don't know if discordance is the right word, but like,
I think it's
you're seeing
very
these teams, just very like scattered and kind of like trying to do something and then giving up the last second. Only one player dies for Burnsiders and they back up.
It goes down on the sniper. I think they are making the right decisions, but something is happening in comms that is vastly destroying their pushes on both teams.
Tony
I think
is going to be fighting Tony, and both Tonys kill each other.
Both Tonys going down at the same time. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Oh, they have a fucking battalion's backup. Doesn't get.
They have a battalion's backup, and Squid holding onto Uber there. It's going to be so much better. They're going to be able to just walk back
might
in.
get caught here. 25 HP.
Should go down here.
Does go down.
Good for Cadet, although they're getting a bit over aggressive.
Flutter's on the med. They need to kill this guy.
Carlofra needs to die here, but a bit too late, maybe. No, it looks like Zeno is going to be able to clean up. They have a lot of damage, but
Zeno unfortunately goes down as well. They're going for the medic here. This medic really needs to live, and
Squid's
that's
15 HP.
very,
That's
very upsetting.
You know, Tony makes the right play there.
What are you doing? Oh, so I guess it's 2v2. All right, should be fine.
I mean, I think that was the right play. You know, you're trying to get out, and their med's just trying frantically to get out, and Zeno was trying to. I think Zeno wanted to go for a frag, and that might have cost them their medic, but that's the kind of butterfly effect that you have to expect from these kind of games.
Yeah, I think even if he didn't go for that, he still probably would have died.
Yeah. Tony B here might just try to back up. Doesn't look like he wants to go for anything.
Jude is down, and Portland Burnsiders are going to take mid.
This is a very back and forth game. This is a lot closer than I expected to be, which I'm very happy about personally. This is shaping up to be a really fun match.
Portland Burnsiders is coming in with the Uber advantage.
Through lower.
Back through
yet
lower,
again.
Classic.
Although this time they do have Uber, so it's not uneven. Oh!
Oh, Fig dies to the heavy that they
heavy.
knew was there.
What a gamer. Honestly, they might just, if they forget that Jude's there, this might just turn out to be huge.
Actually, very good for Jude, because they can just get Uber here and defend last. As long as Jude doesn't die here. Yeah, they can get Uber and defend last now. All because Fig died to the heavy that they knew was in the shutter. But Portland Burnsiders still oh, Squid drops the Uber, that's not good.
That's unfortunate. Nice.
Like
teams,
Jude
although
coming out on the heavy, trying to defend the
kind of in the favor of Burnsiders. Some of these, a lot of these are spawns, to be fair.
That medic just came
up.
up.
It looks like that's going to be the round. I do think it's interesting to point out that if it weren't for some slight timing issues, Jude could have easily gotten Squiddy. Squiddy was like, what, 30 HP walking by Shutter and did not look.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And no one was trapping or watching Shutter. So if instead of being a sandwich, Jude has just peeked, which, you know, not the smartest move, but if that just happened, it would have been the easy drop. Fig super fast on the mid.
I was trying to take high ground here.
This is a pretty
doing a little bit better job.
No one's really on high ground.
No one really wants to take the initiative here. Both teams, I think, are a little bit scared.
You'd think that St. Jude would be on the back foot like heavily here, but it's actually pretty contended. And frags coming in for St. Jude. They're gonna get a lot of damage, and Squiddy goes down. Squid, 4 HP, nice surf, gets away. It's gonna go get health pack lower. That should be the mid.
They get both. I think they should try and maybe even feed for the Met here.
They already did try to feed from that though, and they didn't get it out. And now, you know,
yeah, but now they're just overstaying. They're just sitting in mid for no reason.
Yerb on NG, they're gonna be setting up for last. It looks like.
Very weird that both the Scout and Fig stayed in mid after their entire team died. I don't know if that was the correct decision.
that might have been just for like a crack shot at the med, but I think that was before the call came in that they were going to be stacking on last. You can see you're just setting up immediately with a sentry.
Also, getting the pick on Jude, preventing them from even trying to push into last tier, maybe. But I think St. Jude wants to go into last through Shutter. They go soon though, because they almost have Uber. They need to focus the med and the sentry in this fight, or it's going to be a very bad push. Fnatic is actually going to get Uber as soon as this fight is cleaned up.
I think that was a bit overzealous from St. Jude. They weren't keeping track of Uber correctly, or they assumed that they could win with that 25 ad, which is pretty. It's doable, but you definitely have to be killing the med before your Uber is over.
I think so, yeah. I think they just got caught by the sentry where they weren't expecting it. Fnatic just was able to get into spawn and hide and get their Uber. Blasting stickies
Tony
towards
B
themselves.
going in for the bomb here. Lots of damage on the Squiddy, but no use. And just gonna be able to get the pack here. Both Tonys going down again. Perfect symmetry. And Squiddy's gonna use, they're gonna walk in, they're gonna get both the med and the demo.
Zeno staying on this mid, trying to kill the demo. Dude also coming in.
Just showing up and showing us why he's such a dominant player.
Tony B coming in for the bomb, misses his jump. Does get the kill on Fig. They actually salvaged this fight, and St. Jude holds mid.
Squiddy does get out with about 30 ads, so 25 ads. So that's not great for St. Jude. I think that this is definitely the kind of map where, and especially with these two teams, St. Jude never wants to be just giving up free Uber ad. That is a guaranteed way for them to lose that.
Lost another 10% for some reason. Not sure what's happening. Oh, and Squid dies to the bomb.
Doesn't matter, it's full Uber ad for Burnsiders now.
It's quite unfortunate for them.
Yeah. That maybe trying to salvage this. Gets a soldier, but is gonna go down.
Maybe almost getting the med there.
50 on Squiddy,
Also almost getting the med. God damn.
No one else to follow up. That's pretty rough. 2-1 with 10 minutes left. This could definitely, you know, with the way this is going, this is definitely a very stalemate game. Which is surprising considering both teams are being pretty aggressive. There is 2 pyros in forward spawn.
Oh no.
This is
shenanigans right here.
2021.
They're just trying to stall the enemy.
How long has this game been around? 14 years? Looks like Burnsiders gonna try to go in lower here. They do.
On the engine,
they don't hear the heavy, but they do hear the sentry.
Hiding above, might be able to actually get the soldier pick here. No,
might get the medic with Fig. Oh, Fig's kind of whiffing. Med does go down.
Med goes down.
Trading players in the favor of the Burnsiders though. And that's another round for the Burnsiders. That's rough. I think and there's the half. Alright.
So I think what I want to see more from, like, as those rounds were going on, Portland Burnsiders I think was playing a lot better, and I think their communications seemed to be getting a lot better. Still some sloppy plays, but overall I think they adapted very well and lost that cocky attitude that they had at the very beginning.
Yeah, I think definitely, you know, that first round where it was, I think they were being really cocky and they didn't know what to expect going in. And as soon as they saw what was happening, I think that they kind of realized that they couldn't play as sloppily and they had to kind of maybe try a bit more. I don't know. Both these teams doing pretty well though. Even though, you know, it is 3-1, that's not an extremely far away score. Sure, if you're St. Jude, you're kind of on the back foot. You really want to be able to get that round going into the second half, but it's not like a complete wipe, and those rounds have been really close.
I think also what I want to see from St. Jude is I want to see them actually be a little bit more aggressive on these mids, not do these 2 soldier double bombs into their mid because it hasn't worked out, but try and take more high ground because Portland Burnsiders isn't really taking it in the mid fights at all from what I've seen. Kind of just giving it up, and I think if their soldiers and scouts can take advantage of that, they can very easily win these mids.
I think, you know, hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to look at these teams here and think about whether or not they can afford to even be super aggressive. When you're a team like St. Jude and you're relatively new to advanced, I think this is for most of them, save for maybe Tony B. This is their first season of Invite or Advanced,
Invite
not Invite.
advanced.
Invite Advanced, you know, same thing. But because of that, I think that that's a lot of pressure. And on the other side, the Burnsiders all have experience. These are all very like these players know each other. They've played with each other, and they've played this game for a long time and at a higher level than the players on St. Jude.
The demo.
Slow mid again. No one's taking high ground. The most people are doing is the Burnsiders maybe having a soldier up there, but that's
They actually
not
lost
really
Fig
good
very
high
early on. This is very good for St. Jude. They can start pushing in here and start taking advantage of this.
And Kylorfo goes down. The hell and okay, that's really rough if you're the Burnsider. They kind of gave that up. Again, no one's playing high ground. You saw one player on the Burnsiders up on top, and that was it. And they didn't even go for bombs.
Very good by St. Jude committing into the enemy team as soon as that demo died. Very good play by them.
They took advantage of that, and I think this might... Okay, row pieces on NG, Yerb on Sniper. Honestly, I think this is the kind of place where you want to send a sack if you're St. Jude. They haven't done a lot of that, but this is if there was a time for them to sack, it's right now. You know, they want to sack, they want to get that information, say, hey, there's an NG, there's a Sniper, and then maybe come up an off class, or maybe just, you know, wait a bit, see what happens.
Honestly, I think this is a very good opportunity. Xeno killing Yerb, actually.
Ooh,
very good
that
pick.
is a pick. It is a Sniper. It's not like the biggest pick in the world, but it is something. I also think that for St. Jude, you can't afford to wait forever. You know,
Tony B can't
goes
be
down.
doing that. Like,
Yeah,
you can't be
and
peeking that sentry on 100 HP.
You know, it's down 3-1 second half, and you can't take your time as much. Even with the new rules changes, you can't really, you know, play super passively. You kind of have to be aggressive. You kind of have to be like, all right, we need a round here. We need to be able to stay in this.
Maybe coming up on the Sniper, I was actually hoping that they would maybe even do a double sack and hopefully exchange on their pocket soldier. That's what I like to do on this map. But
I
Tony
think
coming
Sniper's
in
pretty
trying to
strong
sack.
here. Sniper and Spy are definitely two of the, like, those pick classes on Snake Last definitely do a lot of work. Especially if you're St. Jude and you're dropping players to their Sniper. They have a sentry up.
Very clean headshot on Cadet.
It is a trade though, so that's pretty good. Both teams just kind of hanging out, waiting for the other one to do something. Kylorfo getting a lot of information there, sees no one lower. As on your might try to go for the fight against this other Sniper, Tony B.
Yerb is also going to play a little bit passive because last time he tried to play more aggressive, he got killed by Xeno. St. Jude aren't really trying to pick their Sniper.
This is definitely like a whoever gets too overzealous.
Cadet on Engineer bringing a level 3 sentry to the last fight.
Huh?
I don't know what's happening here.
Oh, this is some big brain gameplay. I'm here for this. I'm watching Cadet the rest of the match.
Are they just gonna walk in and drop a level 3 on last, even though they know they have a level 3?
I think this is for them to double sack. So
double
they
sack
don't have
and
to worry.
then Burnsiders.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they have a Sniper.
What the fuck is
What
this?
is happening right now? They can't be doing this. They're down 2 rounds.
Advanced gameplay, right here.
High
You're
octane
getting
game.
super aggressive. Might go down. What was that? Ah, okay, perfect. So it's not even a secret. Tony V gonna go down. Both Tonys dead again.
Okay, so that's the double sack that we were you were talking about. So
Well,
maybe Portland
I
will
say double sack, more of a feed.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think they're trying to
I know.
come in. They don't know about this sentry, I don't think. They know they have an
No, they
engineer,
had to
though.
have heard it. They had to have heard it. Kylorfo was pretty far lower. They had to have heard the sentry.
They have no
The
clue where
flip
that
side is, why is there a sentry? Oh, it's heading to mid out.
Alright, that sentry. Okay.
Hey,
But
it
hasn't
did
used
something.
yet. He hasn't. Actually, oh my god, he fucking. built that Uber to
this
the utmost
is-
extreme,
this
and they're
is
actually going to
working.
push into last with Uber 2 players down.
Oh, never mind.
They
It's
need
not
to kill
working
the
anymore.
sentry though.
The
Tony
sentry
B
needs
goes
to go
down,
down.
unfortunately. Really
Zeno-
struggling at the sentry. I think they should probably back up if
Yeah.
they can't get it. Yeah, they need
I
to
do-
back up. It's even players.
I do really like Kylorfo's reaction of why. I think that kind of sums it up. That's building a sentry again.
He's doing it again?
At what point does this stop being like 400 IQ and start being BM? Is it the other way around?
I think at first it was kind of big-brained idea, but
Now it's
to
more
do it again, I'm not so sure about this because you
I
got
think
24
part of it-
minutes, 2 rounds down.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think
so
part
sure.
of it might just be. What was that? Spy? Ooh.
But,
Tony B on
you're-
Spy, and although Yerb might just be checking. I can't tell.
I think no, Yerb is.
No,
I think it's
Yerb's,
gonna
Yerb's much farther ahead. Okay.
trying to get
both of
this
them,
med
both
stab.
of them should know that there is a spy on the other team. I don't think either of them have checked.
I don't think either of them have checked either because
That is a really.
that demo is sitting
this is
still.
gonna be big.
Oh, he
This
gets
is
the
so
med
big!
drop. Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Tony B needs to do something on the
See,
spy though. I think
Tony B
if he
needs
wants
to
to do
something
something.
huge, and also that shouldn't have happened. Tony B could have easily said, "Hey, there's a spy." That's the first thing you should do on a on spy N6s is check, "Hey, what off classes do they have?"
Maybe give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he checked and then they switched onto a spy. That is
Yeah, I mean,
very
I can give the
unfortunate for
benefit
St. Jude.
of the doubt, but it's just still unfortunate. Tony B might get bumped here. Oh, just barely.
Trying to push through here. Fig's trying to peek the sentry. They get it. Being
Really
very
nice to
aggressive
see,
forces the med here.
Yeah. Jude getting in deep does go down. They are all gonna go down.
They're actually back capping.
back cap
Ooh, on the spy.
Tony.
God.
Big
Tony
brain
B
play.
getting the back cap.
That was. I knew I
Holy
should pay
moly.
attention to him. That's capitalizing off of their hyper aggression. Now the score is 3-2. St. Jude isn't out of the woods yet, but I think they can kind of breathe a little easier, a little less stressed. You could see Cadet kind of fucking around there.
Big getting to mid. A little bit faster. Here we go, seeing
Bomb
Tony B
in.
going into lower here. The soldier's gonna chase him. The other Tony
Both
chasing him
Tonys
here.
fighting.
Rolling Burnsiders taking.
Jude is
Fucking-
very deep. Could go for the med here, but doesn't want to. But trying to fight a scout for some reason.
Very awkward jump. I'm not so sure about
yeah.
that one. Could have just looked down and saw that the
That
med
was
was
a
there
that
and
was a
shot
pretty
at him.
rough mid for St. Jude. Although, ooh, 15 on Sweet. That was a really good attempt from Tony B. That was a really good attempt.
I think St. Jude just had too many players looking at that soldier lower, and Rolling Burnsiders took advantage of it and pushed right into him.
Yeah, 15 HP there on Squiddy. That was almost really, really big. Full over
Gonna
at
go
though.
in
They're gonna be
full lower.
walking in. This
They're
might.
gonna. Oh. They know
They
they
have a
sentry,
heavy
they're
and a
forcing the
sentry,
heavy.
but sentry hasn't gone down yet. It does go down now, and that looks like it's going to be the 4th round for the Burnsiders. 4-2, second half. Now the pressure's back on. They're, this is it. They can't afford to lose. I mean, they actually just can't lose another round. If you're
Can't
St.
lose
Jude,
another,
you're
and they can't make any more mistakes, or Portland Burnsiders will just steamroll them until
exactly.
last.
And we've been seeing them time and time again. Like they have, when they do make mistakes, it's what costs them. And when they don't make mistakes and they play right, they're able to hold their ground.
St. Jude, classic
Burnsiders
double
don't
bomb.
have Burnsiders
That is
don't have
very
that
hurt.
limitation.
30 HP on that med lower. All of Portland Burnsiders is very hurt
Oh,
and lower.
This
Scouts
is
up
really
top
good
might try
damage.
and go
This
for
is
somebody.
a pretty close fight, though.
They're
The
coming
difference
in
being
from
that
kitchen, trying to
St. Jude
salvage
doesn't
something.
have heals, so
Rip drops
this
the
might go
scout.
really bad. Although Zeno cutting down 2 of their players, this could be really, really.
St. Jude really had that mid, and then I'm not really sure what happened, but
Squid went down. They didn't have heals, and so the Burnsiders could just afford to back up, get health, and then go back in. And they have better health for that fight now. They did feed more players than I think they needed to for that, but full Uber ad coming into here. We see a sniper and Jude,
on
Cadet
engineer.
on engineer.
holding this last point and hopefully trying to hold on for dear life and not lose this match.
I don't like the super passive play on sniper from Jude. If you're gonna try to get the med here, you need to be aggressive and you need to just say fuck it. I need to get this pick.
Going for this hero shot on right hand side here and not be sitting in left hand spawn.
Squiddy uses really early, but it should just work out. They're gonna get the center
Good
here,
headshot.
and now they can just let Stickies on point det. Although they did wait a bit too long.
They end up getting Uber.
cleans
Squiddy
up.
goes down. Squid needs to live here if they want to try and push back into Burnsiders here.
Yeah, Squid does live here though. You know,
That
Tony is
happened.
just the only one left on mid, and that was really good from St. Jude. They held on. They knew what they were doing. They took their time, and I think that if you're Burnsiders, you're kicking yourself for not just using in. You know, they took their time, and had they not just immediately bombed in as soon as they could, I think they probably could have won that. They could have just scrapped it out.
I don't know if Squiddy miscounted Uber, if they were just waiting on players to get buffs and they just took too long.
I think they were waiting
but...
on buffs, or it looked like they were kind of figuring out where they were going. They were in lobby, they ran to left, they ran back to right. So some miscommunication there, maybe.
I feel like they don't really know what they want to do when pushing into last. Tony V going down to the headshot from Europe.
Hate to see it. You know, these sniper plays have been really big for Burnsiders. Yerb on the off class, just always putting in work. I think, you know, if you're St. Jude, you're worried. You're saying, hey, we should off class, because that's what they've been doing. They've been trying to answer off class with off class, and when that doesn't work out, what do you do, right?
Portland Burnsiders trying to get into lower again. Their classic lower push. Fig really overextended actually. Might
Big,
drop to somebody.
100 HP.
Soldiers in, they get
Squiddy
forced.
gets forced. Looks like they're
St. Jude also uses it, and they're maybe trying to catch some players here, but I don't think they're going to get anything. Very bad Uber from them, unfortunately.
Cadets should start building right away, though. 10 ad for.
Well, they're not building.
Burnsiders. Yeah, that's.
They know they still have a sniper too, and they're not building. This is very bad.
They might just be going in dry here. They've been trying that before. This is finally the time where their dry push could work, because now it's not completely in vain.
Yeah, but they still are running that sniper though.
Damage is huge, but
like going a little bit too aggressive.
They feed Jude there, and
play that.
Dino's getting really aggressive too.
Cadet does drop Kyler Foe. What a name.
Kylorfo?
Can't fucking say it. Yeah, Kylorfo.
There you go. It's okay, I don't think you can pronounce it either.
Alright, Portland Burnsiders 2 down, going to be backing up to their second here. You're still on that sniper. You're trying to live, actually.
Getting very aggressive. Do they have someone in forwards, it looks like? I can't. Oh yeah, Kylorfo's in forward. Yerb is in the back spawn, and... Oh well, I think he tried to switch, but he back spawned by accident.
A bit of rut-row raggy.
Yeah. Even Uber's here, although Fig's getting very aggressive and not
very big damage and slop, preventing them from even trying to peek.
They got forced.
That's not good.
Which is really rough for them, yeah. They're just gonna... What? Do they know that they got forced? I don't think they know.
I don't think... Maybe...
There's no way they know, because they're playing so passive.
Maybe they're just waiting for Jude to respawn before pushing in. I don't think that's a very good idea if they are.
I just don't
see
think
him,
that
they see him on Bout. They should know that they can push in here, and that they don't have Uber, because why would they be holding there if they had Uber?
Oh, Bout's out, so eventually they should notice, but...
Okay, yeah, they're pushing in. There's a scout trying to backcap on mid, and the roamer as well, but they're not going to be able to get it. All of red team on that second point. They actually use Uber. I'm not really sure why.
That's a really... I can't see another situation where they couldn't have, where they would have just.
They're just going straight for last.
They're just going to be last here, but the Uber is pretty rough. Ropiece is trying his best here, but you know if they can't get the spawn in time, 7 seconds, 6.
Honestly, not a bad play by St. Jude.
Like that was a pretty good try, and they get out with their players, so it works out.
They force the Uber. They're just gonna get second back anyway.
Well.
It doesn't even matter.
That's really good. Going back to that saw hold though, while we wait for this to kind of even out. They can't have. They had to have like not heard it, right? Because in what world do you know that they forced? You have full Uber ad and you don't just walk in.
Maybe Jude forced them, and maybe they shot that rocket and then died and then didn't get to see it or something.
I think my assumption is that because the rocket was so deep, Squiddy just used. Although the bomb is coming in.
Putting sticks on point, they should be actually be able to get this. Uber coming in very soon here. St. Jude dropping
really
players
needed,
very
they
fast.
really needed that. They needed that little bit of extra cap time. I think they might have had Uber on point for a bit too long. Although Tony B coming back in, trying to salvage something, but it's not gonna work out. That was a good attempt from St. Jude though. They got in, they got some pretty good time on the point.
Out again.
Yeah.
Burnsiders going to push into the second point, hopefully cap it.
Ubers are even. Squid and Cadet should not be this aggressive. I don't know what they're trying. Oh,
Dude coming in,
really
almost
low.
killing.
Really,
Squiddy
really
dies
low.
here. That's very good for St.
That's
Jude. They need
really
to
big.
keep Squid alive though.
Yeah.
If Squid dies here, it's going to be very bad.
Someone's behind them in lobby and lower. Yeah.
Tony B
Color
being
footers
very
go down,
aggressive, not really getting anything, unfortunately. Down
Just
all
sailing
of their
Squid,
players.
although they're being chased by a soldier and a scout and another scout there. That might be really bad for Squid.
They're chasing Squid right here. They're actually going to get him.
That's really sad. I think that's, you get Squiddy there, immediately your first goal should be, hey, get out, Sure, it's really tempting to want to take that fight, and they almost did, but because of just like the player decide, they didn't have the numbers to fight that.
I think they just also stayed in lower too long. They were 4 down and just in lower still. We have Tony B in the forward spawn as sniper though, trying to get something.
If you're not going to be over aggressive, you have to be passive. You can't just not do anything. Tony B is probably going to back spawn here. Yeah.
Our control point is being captured.
Xeno on engineer.
We have secured.
Bad for the blue team here. Should just be able to push into last and probably
could just
cap
be the
it.
game.
long as
If
they
they
don't-
play this right, they're probably going to go to around 90. I think that they probably they really shouldn't wait.
No, they shouldn't. They should be rotating to
They should be going
right-hand
in
side
right now,
Like
but
they should. No,
they're
they
taking their sweet time, and I
They
think
really
because
want to
of-
make sure.
Oh, they milked that for too long.
They've been
Squid's gonna
already
have now.
in.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that from the caster's perspective. You have to remember that counting isn't always perfect, so there's a very good chance that they're kind of just estimating it. It could have been.
Pretty could have said, oh, it's like 15 or 20 when it was really 30.
Yeah, I mean
and that's
it was,
alright.
Yeah, but it's like 10 seconds out is still pretty big. So that like even if you don't know exactly how much it is, they had a relatively good guess. Especially if you're advanced, you should know like relatively well.
Tony B goes down. I think they're just going to try and get their bust. The sack is
try to go
coming
in.
kind of
coming
late.
in here though.
They actually trade here.
They
Soldier
do
for
get
soldier.
someone.
Engineer also
And a
dies.
scout. They're trading a lot of players here. Trade's always going to be in the benefit here for Burnsiders, just because of they can afford to lose these players. They get the spawn back up and they can walk right back in. If you're St. Jude, you're like fearing to feed, because as soon as you feed and they get to walk in for that, that's your fault. You lost the match. Obviously, it's not actually your fault, but I think a lot of players are going to take that mentality.
Down, trying to get the sack. They actually have Kylorfo on the spy.
Kylo for a spy play. Watch this, see what happens.
Tries to go for the sack, doesn't get anything, unfortunately. Honestly, I think this is the spy play should work out. It seems to be working out for them quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting that Europe is being so aggressive when they have a spy. I think I think that was a call there, saying hey. And Kylorfo is just gonna watch, see what happens.
They actually Uber into last
gonna
year. They're
use
trying
in.
to bait out this Uber and then have him spy cap the last point
Yeah,
for this match.
I think that's the plan.
Actually, they're just winning the fight.
oh.
I think this is the game.
Yeah.
He wasn't disguised. He just wasn't disguised, but I think Portland
whoops.
Burnsiders going to close out this match 5-2.
That's a 5-2 match for the Burnsiders. That's a really funny way to end it, though.
Kylorfo just not disguised, getting killed by the sentry in the corner.
We have a skitcom TV show called Oh Kylorfo. Oh Kylorfo. That's the tagline. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game to watch, honestly. I'm really, really impressed with. Also, I was right, 5-2.
Hey, so was I. Congratulations.
Yeah. High five there. But I am very impressed with. When I said 5-2, I didn't expect like that close of a match. I did really expect just 2 rounds to St. Jude before the Burnsiders said fuck it, we're gonna like put on the big boy pants and start trying like our hardest and really trying to win this match. And I don't really think that's what happened. That was a really close match. St. Jude did a really good job, especially for this being their for most of those players, their first foray into advanced, right?
I think Portland Burnsiders, I think, in their next match, not going to be so
What was that,
cocky, I
Anders?
think.
Ah, okay. Well, so they played advanced light.
Like I was saying, I think Portland Burnsiders not going to go into their next match being as cocky as they were today, knowing they lost those 2 rounds very quickly and they were playing very sloppy.
Yeah, I think. I mean, my hope would be that going, what is it, like, not winning or doing very well at all in the invite qualifier would kind of lessen that to an extent. I don't think that it entirely did it for this team, but they definitely started giving them more respect once a couple rounds were in, and they kind of saw, hey, we kind of have to not just fuck around here the whole time.
I think the biggest thing for both of these teams, I think, was those mid fights where nobody was taking high ground ever. It was like maybe one player, maybe 2, and just nobody was taking advantage of it.
Very often, what I saw was on Burnsiders, you'd see their Burnsiders Tony getting up on top, not really doing anything with it, kind of waiting, maybe seeing what's going on. But by the time he would bomb, the other Tony would be there to fight anyway, so it's not really a huge loss for either team. But yeah, I don't know. I think that if you're Burnsiders, why are you not playing on top, right? Fig's getting there early every time, so you have that advantage of slight health advantage. They're going to be kind of on the back foot. So what happens when you don't take high ground? Why aren't they doing that?
I think if anything, those players should know to take the high ground with how fast Fig is getting to these mids, and Fig should be calling that they're getting to these mids quite fast. So
I think it's
a bit of miscommunication.
Miscommunication, maybe. Another option is that they just aren't going. I mean, if they're not going to fight up top, maybe they just don't want to. But I don't see a reason why they shouldn't.
I think for a lot of the mids, St. Jude was playing pretty passive, so it's pretty free high ground.
I think both teams. I mean, there was mids where both teams were playing pretty passive. I think for a lot of it, it just ended up being like the double bomb comes in, and then by that point, no one really wants to play on high ground. Like, you have scouts maybe, but your soldiers aren't going to be there, so what's the point?
Yeah, but I guess if you also see that double bomb coming in, that's like a pretty green light to just push into the enemy team, I think.
Yeah,
and try and catch them out.
I think the only time that I would ever say that they really should have been on high ground when they didn't was very beginning of mids, when double bombs weren't coming out, and Fig gets there every time. So why not just get on top, win that mid? But really impressed with St. Jude. I'm really excited to see how they do this season. I know the players on fucking, like, we all know the players on Burnsiders. We know that they're good. We get that. I think that this was a really good showing from St. Jude, saying, "Hey, we can contend. We are advanced ready."
They just need to. I think they need to clean up their mid fights a little bit. I think. Honestly, I want to see some double sacks, like when Ubers are even. I think people really underestimate the double sacks on Snakewater last into the exchange with the pocket soldier, and if they don't push, then you can just start running your off classes as well. There's not really. I honestly don't see a point in not doing the double sack. It kind of seems free to me.
Well, I don't really have much else to add. Do you? I'll take that as a no.
Sorry, I said I don't think so. I don't think my mic picked it up, unfortunately.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in for this cast. This was week 1 of Advanced in RGL. Is this season 5? Season 5. Wow, I feel old. Can you believe there are players who started playing before or after RGL started? Am I allowed to say that on a fireside cast? All right, sweet. All right, this is for your own. I'm not gonna get punished.
Gonna get banned.
Start talking all this shit about Sigafu. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.